Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Hall at Cybos 2015 and I'm joined by Ross Wainwright of SAP. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Recently, the number of unbanked people has dropped. Are we on the road to success with financial inclusion?
I think we've made progress. The numbers we've heard is 20% improvement on a global basis. Yet we have so much more to do. I think we are too narrow in our focus. We need to think wider and we need to think bigger in terms of how we can have an impact in both emerging and mature markets. And I think that there's some things that we can do as a technology leader in the financial services industry, working with banks, both global banks and community banks, and finally working with local governments. Financial inclusion has a direct correlation to the progress of democracy and helping to provide rights and provide affordable and adequate financial services makes a big difference in impacting people's lives and improving people's lives in these emerging markets.
And why is financial inclusion so important and why now particularly?
Well, first of all, the digital and mobile world that we live in today is changing everything. It's making a huge difference for people that have never had access to financial services. They're now getting access to commerce that's enabling them to provide services to their customers, linking their suppliers, their buyers, and impacting their communities and impacting their lives. So it's a tremendous opportunity to have an impact on education, on healthcare, and financial inclusion is kind of that third leg of the stool of impacting people's lives.
So what can be done to achieve this?
Well, first of all, we have a responsibility as a global technology provider, SAP, working with our banking customers, working with the governments in mature markets and emerging markets. We have a responsibility to make this a priority. We need to provide adequate, improved, and affordable financial services and make it accessible to these people through mobile devices. We have a couple customer examples that I'll share with you. Comportamos is a banking client that we've worked with for a number of years in Mexico City, and they work with the rural, more of the poorest rural parts of Mexico, and they provide group lending. They provide loans to a group of folks, and particularly they focus on women, which is interesting. And they're looking at providing this funding to enable these women to support their goals, their dreams, to impact their lives and the people that they serve in their communities. Standard Bank of South Africa is originating 700 new loans every single day, and it takes about 10 minutes to originate a loan. Now that's not a significant number, but when you think about it, that these are some of the poorest people in South Africa that are looking again for the first time to have access to funding to serve their customers and to build their businesses, it's impacting people's lives. And when you think again of healthcare, you think of education, financial inclusion is that third priority that can make a huge difference. And we have to step up. We have to make this a priority. I have the privilege of participating with the World Economic Forum, and we have a board initiative around financial inclusion in the financial services space. And we're working with governments and communities to essentially make technology an enabler to really change people's lives through financial inclusion. And I think we're making a huge difference.
Ross, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. Nice meeting you.
And thank you for watching.